Good morning, everyone. Good morning, and God bless you. God bless you for making it to another day. May God bless you throughout all your days. It's a beautiful morning, very early indeed. I did want to share a little bit of, before we get into it, I did want to share a little bit of, you know, backstory on me because the backstory actually leads into whatever we're going to be discussing today. Now, I might have mentioned it before, but when I was younger, I spent a lot of time homeless. A lot of time homeless off and on since I was a child. Now, in my 20s, I actually was homeless, like on the streets, homeless on the streets, and I was addicted to drugs and addicted to lusting after women, and just addicted to that whole fast and loose life. Everything that comes with drug addiction, you can only imagine. Thieving, stealing, selling, doing all kinds of stuff, right? Crazy stuff that I'm not going to get into right now because we don't have the time. It would take a long video. But anyway, I just want to give you some context, right? So you don't just think I'm out here speaking on stuff without, having any kind of knowledge about it. Now, God saved me. I know this to be true. God saved me. God saved me from a lot. Saved me from all kinds of things. Now, let's see. Now, with that being the case, with God saving me, I always knew that there was a lot of temptation around, temptation to do wrong, and the temptation to do wrong was more prevalent than the options to do right seemed. It seemed like there was more opportunities to do wrong than right, even though that's not the case. That's not the truth. But what I saw was the wrong thing, right? That's all I wanted to focus on. When you want to focus on one thing, that's what you're gonna focus on, no matter if it's the easiest choice or not. Okay. So, the verse that I'm going to get into today is 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 13. Now, before I go into it, I want to let you know I was tempted as everyone is tempted every single day. Even Jesus was tempted for them 40 days and 40 nights. And I'm sure those weren't the only times in his life where he was tempted, but that's when he was tempted, where it talks about it in the Bible. Okay? Now, with me, I was tempted on a daily basis as well when I was on the streets especially. But the second that I changed, that I decided to not acknowledge the temptations that I had on the streets and just go another path and just see what was out there for me, God presented an opportunity to leave the streets and to leave that lifestyle. Now, I think that opportunity was probably there the whole time. I just didn't see it because I wasn't willing to change my heart and change my mind. I wasn't willing to change my lifestyle. I wasn't willing to do what it took to be a different person, to be a better person, to be a better person of God. I wasn't focused on being of God. I was focused on being of me. Me, for me, by me. Okay? So, here we go. 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 13. No temptation has overtaken you that is not common to man. God is faithful and will not let you be tempted beyond your ability. But with that temptation, he will also provide the way of escape, that you may be able to endure it. Now, in this chapter, Paul's warning the church of Corinth to basically not be idolaters, to not live in adultery, putting anything above God. So that's what the chapter's about. But in this verse specifically, it's interesting, the breakdown. No temptation has overtaken you that is not common to man. Meaning, we've all experienced temptations, and we've all experienced the same temptations, probably for all of time, all of our existence here on earth. So all this time, no matter what form it was in, we've been experiencing the same temptations, and ain't nothing new under the sun. And my temptations was my father's temptations was my grandfather's, basically that kind of thing, right? So no temptation has overtaken you that is not common to man. God is faithful. God is faithful and will not let you be tempted beyond your ability. He won't let it happen, right? How comforting is that? That no matter what the temptation you have, God won't let you be tempted beyond what you're capable of. That's a comfort. To me, that's a comfort. Because the temptations that I felt, I knew I could overcome them. I just didn't want to. It wasn't that I was too weak or whatever. It's just that I didn't want to. I wanted to be tempted and fall for the temptation and wallow around in it like a pig in its filth. God is faithful and will not let you be tempted beyond your ability. So he's got your back. But with the temptation, he will also provide the way of escape. Now for me, my escape was being a military veteran. So when I was at the homeless shelter, a veteran representative came in there and said, hey, if anybody's a veteran, come talk to me. We might be able to get you some services. I went up and talked to him. I had been at that winter shelter for years. I went over and talked to him, and he said, hey, let's get you out of here within the next couple of days. Within a couple of days, I was out of there. All I had to do was take a couple of little short directions that he gave me. That's it. I followed them directions, and here I am today. A whole nother life, whole nother life I'm living today than I used to live. And I'm thankful to God for it, because it's only through God's grace that I am here. So, but with the temptation, he will also provide the way of escape. Whether you can see it or not, there's a way of escape, that you may be able to endure it. So let me read the whole thing once again without, stopping like I do. No temptation has overtaken you that is not common to man. God is faithful and will not let you be tempted beyond your ability. But with the temptation, he will also provide the way of escape, that you may be able to endure it. That's 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 13 in the English Standard Version, ESV. Now that is a comfort, and I hope, to me it was, and I hope it's a comfort to you, because just to know that like God's got our back like that, and that yes, we will be tempted. Yes, it's going to happen, and no, it is not uncommon to man. We have all experienced it, and it's been the same kind of temptations throughout history. Okay, just different variations of the same thing. We all going through the same stuff. We're all in it together, but God's got our back, okay? God's got our back. And there's a way out. A way out. There's a way out if you're willing to change your mindset and see it. You can't see it until you change your mind. You can't see it until you change your heart. Okay? Stop listening to what people tell you. Stop feeling like you all alone. You ain't alone. God's got you. We in this together. Now, I do thank you for your time. It's a glorious morning. I hope you have a great day. May you be blessed, you and yours, always. God bless you all. And if no one else tells you, I love you.